Hello everyone, this is Paul Asadorian, Product Evangelist for Tenable Network Security. In this video demonstration, I wanted to cover three main areas of some new features that we've released recently in the Nessus Vulnerability Scanner. I first wanted to cover some of the policies that I've created in support of running scheduled scans with email notifications, then using the new report modification feature to further enhance your results and create actionable reports coming out of Nessus. So first, I created some policies. I created three main policies that I run on a schedule. The first is an authenticated remote scan. This scan runs with credentials with all plugins enabled, except for the local patch checking. So if we look at very quickly the policy in the plugins that I've enabled, all of my targets are Debian Linux, and that plugin family has been disabled. All other plugin families are enabled, and credentials have been entered into this particular policy. I've also created one for patch checking as well. And in this policy, only the local patch checking plugin family has been enabled. So this gives me two different views of my vulnerabilities. Certainly, the patch checking policy, when it runs with a scan, is extremely actionable. Administrators should be encouraged to apply those patches in accordance with policy. The authenticated remote scan provides a tremendous amount of information about vulnerabilities, both informational, low severity, critical severity, that are remote vulnerabilities, as well as any other local vulnerabilities that are not associated with just simply a missing patch. So I've separated those two out. I also then run a web application test. This fuzzes the applications on the web services of the servers that I'm running and provides those results in an email as well. So once I had my policies created, I went to scan templates and I started creating a scan schedule to scan all of my systems. For example, the patch checking policy gets run against all of the systems every day at 6 a.m. And I set up the schedule right in here. I set a schedule daily, repeat every day. I chose my targets. Then I went over to my email settings and I said, hey, email us every time this scan completes. So we get an email report of the systems that were scanned and the results of that scan. So we also did the same thing for web application testing and the daily remote scan. I schedule them at different intervals, but the configuration settings are very much the same. You get a schedule, and I can say, go ahead off and email me every time this scan runs. Now we're going to begin working with the results. So the results are emailed as well, and on our blog you can see an example of the report template that gets emailed to you and summarizes all of your vulnerabilities. Inside of Nessus, the results are also stored there as well, and you see it says scheduled in parentheses after that. So if I look at the most recent patch check, it may seem boring to some, but seeing this is very exciting because it means that there are no current security patches that need to be installed on the target hosts. If there were, you would see a report that would list the severity of the vulnerabilities. The daily remote scan is very interesting. This is a much more exhaustive scan, and you can see that there are some vulnerabilities here. Now, I've already gone through and modified some of this report in order to remove some of the vulnerabilities that I want a little more time to fix, or that in my environment I want to adjust the severity level. So, for example, if I know that the SSL certificate is expired, I can give myself a little more time. Maybe there's budgetary reasons why I need to go buy a new SSL certificate. I can modify this, and I can say I can either hide the result completely, or I can change the severity of it. So let's say I want to hide this result. I want to apply it to all future reports, and I want to give myself a couple of months in order to fix that. And I click Modify. This result will actually be removed from the report. Now you can manage all of your severity ratings in the configuration screen in result settings, and it lists all of them here. So you can change the expiration date, you can change the severity, and these will actually either, again, be removed from the report, or change the severity. You can also apply these rules just for specific hosts as well. So if you know that on this host, this vulnerability should have this severity, maybe for this amount of time, you can get that granular in your results settings. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please visit our website, www.tenable.com, for more information about Nessus and all of Tenable's products.